call is now being recorded.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. So this is a video recording of our lesson for today. So last meeting we discussed all about the definition of movement education, and of course we have the three of the most historically influential individuals to movement education, whereas the movement education is a strand of teaching or an education that aims to develop the motor skills of an individual or the gross and the fine motor skills. And of course, the three influential individuals of movement education. So we have Francois del Sarte, Lisilot, Diem, and of course, we have Rudolf Volnauban. So for today's lesson, our topic is all about the framework of movement education. So let's start our topic. So here are our objectives on the frameworks of movement education. So the first one is to enumerate the benefits of physical activities, participation of young children. The second one is to discuss the four concepts of movement education and its relationships. Number three is to discuss the importance of developing fundamental movement skills. Number four, to list the fundamental movement skills. And last but not the least is to enumerate some strategies of teaching movement education. So yun yung dapat natin ma-achieve at the end of our lesson for today. So here are the topics that we need to discuss in the framework of movement education. So the first one, we have the importance of physical activities to young children, the concept of movement education, the fundamentals, movement skills, and of course, we have here the strategies of teaching movement education. Okay, so ano nga ba yung mga benefits? Ano ba yung makukuha natin kung halimbawang sa physical activities na ginagawa syempre ng mga bata ngayon or kahit mismo tayo, nakalagay diyan to promote health, growth, and development. Of course, to have strong bones and muscles, sa pagkakaroon na rin ng mga meron tayong mga health-related components and the skill-related components. Siyempre kabilang na diyan yung mga flexibility, yung mga body composition, coordination. We have here the balance posture, the cardiovascular fitness, whereas sa health related fitness natin ay meron tayong cardiovascular or the cardiorespiratory endurance. And of course, we need to achieve and maintain the healthy weight. The second one is to provide opportunities to develop social skills and to make friends. Sabi nga natin sa physical fitness or dun sa mga aspect of fitness natin, sa social fitness mismo, di ba? So, kailangan dun, kaya mo makihalubilo sa mga tao or sa isang individual na iba yung interest, magkaiba kayo ng opinion. So, paano natin mahahandle yon? And of course, the third one is helps with relaxation and sleep. Dito pwede natin ipasok yung to relieve the tension or to release stress, okay? Gamit yung physical activity or sa paggawa ng mga physical activity. And of course, sabi natin sa movement education, to develop the motor skills of an individual, especially the young children. The next part naman, we have here the movement education. So, sabi na naman natin kung anong ibig sabihin. So, the children have the innate need to move as a form of rhythmic expression. They love to run, jump, skip, dance, clap, pick things up, and climb. So, di ba dun pa lang sa mga nabanggit kong yun, so usually yun talaga yung mga ginagawa ng mga, kung halimbawa may nakababata tayong kapatid, 'di ba dun sila mas nagfo-focus or dun sila nag-e-enjoy. So integrating movement in learning provides children the opportunity to explore their bodies, move in different ways, and expand their physical capabilities, sabi nga ni Karina noong 2013. So 'di ba, kapag tinuturuan natin yung mga halimbawa may kapatid tayo na 2 years old to 5 years old ganyan. So usually mabilis nilang ma-pick up yung mga halimbawa mga steps or mga dance steps, 'di ba? Halimbawa pagkembot, um, ano ba ano pa ba? So yung mga activities na ginagawa natin minsan madali na lang din nilang nagagaya. Halimbawa pagsusulat or pagdo-drawing, pagbuo ng Legos, and siyempre sa paglalaro ng mga, halimbawa meron silang mga robots, meron silang, um ayun nga, Legos, yan, pwede rin yan nating isama. And of course, movement education is an approach to teaching motor skills. So nabanggit nga natin last discussion na kapag sinabi nating motor skills, syempre kailangan i-develop yung fine motor at saka yung gross motor ng isang individual. So this includes basic movement skills, games, dance, and other activities that utilizes the process of discovery learning and incorporates movement factors. Kaya nga meron ako diyang 3 learning domains. So sabi diyan, yung movement education, ang target niya is itong 3 learning domains na ito. So ano-ano nga ba yan? So parang sa learning objectives or sa competency, 'di ba? Kapag gumagawa tayo ng lesson plan, 'di ba? Meron tayong cognitive, meron tayong psychomotor, meron tayong affective. Siyempre kapag cognitive, ito yung mental processes, the perception, judgment, and reason. So ito yung knowledge. When we say psychomotor, it is the organization of movement in mental activity. Ano yun na yung mga pine-perform natin, ine-execute, ano yung kaya nating i-demonstrate. Okay? So sa affective naman, sa affective domain, syempre nandyan si emotions, yung feelings, yung attitude. Kumbaga sa objectives natin, to value the importance or the importance of ganitong bagay. Okay? So yan, affective domain. Okay? So yan yung 3 learning domains natin when it comes to movement education. Sabi rin dyan, body, space, effort, and the relationship. That is the 4 aspects of Lavan's movement framework. So it offers a useful structure for organizing physical education lessons. Of course, sa physical education, especially sa um, mga paggawa ng physical activities, syempre yung katawan natin yung gumagalaw or yung kumikilos. Okay? Pero bago tayo makakilos ng maayos or yung movement ng body natin is effective, syempre kailangan natin ng space. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na personal space and general space. Kung gagawin na natin yan, kailangan natin mag-exert ng effort, ng force, para magawa yung isang activity or physical activity. And of course, ano yung relationship ng 3 ito or ng 4 na yan? Gaano sila ka-importante pag kinumbine? Okay? Kaya yan yung naging 4 aspect ng movement framework ni Laban. Ano? So, it offers a useful structure for organizing a physical education lessons. Okay, so ganun siya ka-importante. So we have here the fundamental movement skills or yung FMS na tinatawag. Ano nga ba tong FMS na 'to? So ito, it is a branch of movement education that includes locomotor, manipulative or object control, and stability skills. So itong mga nabanggit ko na 'to ay familiar na 'no, kasi sa FIT 1 meron tayong mga locomotor, non-locomotor, kahit sa FIT 2, kahit ngayon sa FIT 3 meron din. So itong FMS na 'to, they are considered as the building block that lead to specialized movement sequences for participation in organized and non-organized physical activities. So ito yung building block, paano mabubuo, magsisimula ka saan para makarating ka sa pinakamataas. Okay? So the movement skill development is experienced in three stages. We have the initial, formative, and mature. Sa initial natin, sabi dyan, first goal-oriented attempt to perform a movement tasks. So halimbawa sa isang activity or sa isang physical education topic or kahit sa mga lessons na ginagawa natin. Okay, so parang ito nag-a-attempt ka pa lang. Nag-a-attempt. Okay? So halimbawa, hindi ka marunong ng mga sports or hindi ka marunong sa volleyball. So dito sa initial, parang ina-attempt mo na mag-receive ng bola, mag-spike ng bola, pwede diyan natin ipasok. Samantalang 'pag sinabi naman nating formative, transitional period characterized by better control and rhythmic coordination and movement performance. Dahil sa patuloy mong ginagawa yung isang bagay or yung isang skill na gusto mong matutunan, napupunta tayo dito sa formative stage na kaya na natin siyang kontrolin. So sa volleyball, nag-start ka na mag-receive ng bola kahit hindi naman gano'n katama yung formation mo or yung proper position mo. But din sa formative, natututunan mo na naikontrol yung bola. Paano mo siya titirahin, paano mo siya marireceive ng maayos or madidig ng maayos. Kaya nagkakaroon na tayo ng coordination. Meaning, 'di ba pag sinabi natin coordination, movement of the body together with our senses. So, yung performance natin nagiging maayos na. And of course, at the third stage or yung pangatlong stage natin is the mature. So in this skill, it is generalized with well-organized control and can be applied to a variety of situations. So dito na pumaspasok na pwede ka nang sumali sa mga tournament or volleyball league na kaya mo na talaga siyang i-perform or i-execute ng maayos. Marunong ka ng spiking, marunong ka ng mag-set, marunong ka ng mag-dig or mag-receive ng bola. So, diyan na siya pumapasok. So, importante rin tong three stages natin na to when it comes to physical education and of course, sa sports. So sabi rin dyan, proficiency in FMS is achievable with appropriate practice, encouragement, and feedback. So kung kaya mong tulungan yung sarili mo na magawa yung isang bagay na to, syempre maa-attain mo yung goal na gusto mo. Makukuha mo kung ano yung skill na dapat mong matutunan. So children who do not receive adequate practice and quality instruction are at risk of demonstrating development delays in gross motor ability. So kung hindi natin kayang tulungan yung sarili natin, halimbawa bata pa lang tayo, um, meron tayong kailangan ma-achieve na goal. Okay? So, ano yung mga dapat mong gawin? Kung hindi mo tutulungan yung sarili mo na, ay dapat matutunan ko yung isang bagay na 'to. So, paano mo siya maa-achieve? Paano mo siya ma-e-execute, made-demonstrate ng maayos or paano made-develop yung gross motor skill natin or yung gross motor ability natin pagtanda natin. Okay? So, that is the importance of fundamental movement skills. Okay, so why fundamental movement skills? Nakalagay dyan, fundamental movement skills are specific gross motor movements that involves different body parts such as feet, legs, trunk, hand, arms, and head. So sabi nga natin sa gross motor, yun yung mga large, included na yung mga large muscle group, ano? So children need to be taught fundamental movement skills. They don't acquire them naturally. Okay, so dito sa fundamental movement skills, nagsisimula lang tayo sa basic. Okay, paano natin ma-e-execute siya ng maayos? Siyempre hindi naman natin, 'pag pinagawa sa sa'tin itong certain, sport na 'to or certain skill na 'to ay alam na natin agad. Okay, so kailangan turuan natin yung individual na yon para, malaman niya, matutunan niya yung certain skill. Children that learn fundamental movement skills are more likely to participate in and play different games, sports, and recreational activities offered in the school years and in the community. So during our, kung halimbawang sa secondary education or kahit nga nung senior high school years, ano, so meron tayong mga intramurals na nagaganap wherein meron tayong mga different sports din and nag-o-offer din naman tayo ng mga traditional games or kahit laro ng lahi para maengganyo yung mga student na sumali, mag-enjoy, and mag-participate dun sa mga activities or recreational activities na ginagawa natin sa loob ng school or kahit sa community natin. So meron po niyan. Ayan, so eto yung mga example po nung mga motor skills. So eto naman ay na-discuss na natin last meeting and eto yung magbigay lang tayo ng example. So meron tayong catch, kick, run, vertical jump, overhead throw, ball bounce, leap, dodge, punt, forehand strike, and of course the two-handed strike. Okay? So yun yung mga critical fundamental motor skills. So ito ay ilan pa lamang sa mga examples. So eto, meron tayong long-term player development. Okay, so dito natin makikita kung paano nagsisimula. Okay, kung halimbawang ikaw ay gusto mong matuto ng mag-basketball, mag-table tennis, or kahit anong sports man yan, syempre saan ka magsisimula? Okay, so magsisimula tayo sa pinakamababa, sa fundamentals or yung mga basic skills, the fundamental skills. Okay, so dito pa lang itinuturo sa'yo paano mo gagawin yung isang bagay, ano yung proper position kapag re-receive ka ng bola or pagtitira ka ng bola. Okay, so yun yung mga basic skills natin. Yun yung kailangan mo munang matutunan. Okay, so nakalagay dyan sa pangalawa namang level, learning to train. Okay, so dito meron ka ng basic skills na alam mo na kung paano siya i-execute ng tama. So dito ginagawa mo na yung mga skills na yun or yung mga bagay na yun para makapag-training ka. Okay? Sa pangatlo sabi diyan, training to train. Okay? Para matuto ka, para malaman mong mas mabuti ano pa yung kailangan mong skills na dapat matutunan na kailangan dun sa game na yun or sa sports na yun. Okay? Training to compete. Okay? So diyan sa pang-apat natin, ito importante din 'to. Okay, kung gusto natin sumali sa mga tournament, volleyball tournament, basketball tournament or kahit anumang tournament 'yan. Siyempre we need to train to compete. Okay? So siyempre kung halimbawang ikaw ay sasali sa isang competition, nagte-training naman 'di ba, may binibigay ng mga training program, mga calisthenics or mga specific exercises na kailangan mo dun sa specific sports na sasalihan ninyo. Kung halimbawang 'yan ay volleyball, ano yung mga certain skills na dapat mong matutunan or ma-accomplish? Okay, dun sa sunod naman, training to win. So hindi lang basta nagte-training ka para makipag-compete, para makipaglaban sa iba't ibang halimbawa iba't ibang school. So siyempre ang goal mo manalo, training to win. Okay, so bonus na 'yun kapagka nanalo ka talaga. At the same time nag-enjoy ka. And of course retainment yung pinakamataas. Ano ba 'pag sinabi nating retainment? Okay, so siyempre dapat nagagawa pa rin natin siya. So hindi lang dapat kapagka merong mga tournament nagpa-practice tayo, nagte-training tayo, gumagawa tayo ng mga calisthenics, tsaka lang natin naiisip na gawin yung mga exercises na dapat gawin natin. So dito sa retainment, kaya nga siya retain, dapat ma-retain yung mga skills na yun. Dapat ginagawa mo pa rin siya, meron man o walang tournament. Okay, so yan yung long-term player development. So we have here the three categories of FMS, nabanggit ko na to kanina, locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative. Pag sinabi nating locomotor, ito yung skills that involve moving the body from point A to point B or movement, um, uh, traveling from one place to another, katulad ng walking, running, jumping, leaping, hopping, skipping, and galloping. So marami pa tayong mga locomotor movements. Samantalang sa non-locomotor movement naman or sa skills, ito yung ang involved naman ay yung stability and yung balance. Okay? Static, parang in position or fixed base. So these skills include twisting, turning, yung pivot or meron tayong mga 'di ba wise or counterclockwise turn. So meron tayong performing balances. So yun yung mga included. Sa manipulative naman, involves the control of objectives using various body parts. So ano-ano yan? Meron tayong throwing, passing, striking, catching, kicking, and receiving objects. So yun yung manipulative skills na tinatawag. So dito naman parang katulad lang kanina na nabanggit ko. So the fundamental movement phase. So meron tayong initial, elementary, and saka mature stage. Pag sinabi nating initial stage, ito yung first goal-oriented attempt. Nag-a-attempt pa lang. Elementary stage, better control. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng control sa bola or sa anumang bagay. At least natututunan na natin. Sa mature stage naman, nagkakaroon na tayo ng mechanically efficient. So parang sa sports, ito na yung mga advanced skills. Kaya mo nang i-perform, kaya mo nang sumali sa mga tournaments. Yan yung mature stage natin. Okay, so ayan na po yan. So typical sequence of emergence, so stability, locomotion, and manipulation. So nabanggit na natin yan kanina sa stability. Ito yung non-locomotor or yung actual movement, yung static balance, and the dynamic balance. Sa locomotion naman, yun yung mga locomotor movements natin, traveling from one place to another, walking, running, jumping, hopping, and so on and so forth. So sa manipulation naman, ayan, so any movement that includes throwing, catching, kicking, and striking. So meron pa tayong ibang nabanggit kanina. So yan yung mga typical sequence ng emergence. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga benefits ng movement education? So number one, itong mga nakalagay naman dito ay nabanggit na rin natin dun sa first discussion natin. So meron tayong contributes to the physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development of children. Yan yung main objective natin sa physical education. Siyempre, ito rin sa movement education. Pangalawa, engaging in a socially active learning environment fosters teamwork and cooperation. So paano tayo makikihalubilo sa ibang tao or sa isang grupo. Number three, positive learning experiences in physical education can contribute to exploring leisure and recreational activities. Example, bowling, rock climbing, and ice skating. Number four, encouraging students to progress promotes self-esteem and maintains motivation. So, paano natin mamamotivate yung student? Okay, so paano natin madedevelop yung confidence nila or yung self-esteem? Competency in FMS builds strength, endurance, and flexibility. So, kailangan talaga natin ma-motivate yung student natin na ma-engage talaga sa mga physical activities or kahit sa physical education mismo. So, meron naman tayong mga sports or mga different games na pwedeng ipagawa sa kanila or activities. The last one is the foundation for leading a physically active lifestyle that reduces the health risks of obesity, diabetes, and heart diseases. So nabanggit naman yan or na-discuss yan sa Fit to One, di ba? Meron tayong topic about dyan sa mga eating habits. Okay? So makakatulong talaga yan sa pagkakaroon din ng healthy lifestyle or active lifestyle. So ito naman yung mga strategies natin for teaching movement education in the classroom. So nakalagay dyan, introduce the main aspect of the entire skill. Okay, para saan ba siya? Ano ba yung kailangan mong matutunan? Okay, sa skill na yan. Yung number two, provide a demonstration of the skill to help the students form a mental picture. So sabi nga natin, or kahit sa dance, di ba? Meron tayong fundamental skills of arms and feet. So, syempre, una pa lang binanggit mo, wala na silang idea. So, syempre, kailangan natin i-demonstrate, ipakita sa kanila kung ano-ano yung mga skills na yun para meron na silang idea sa gagawin. Number three is to provide opportunities for exploration of the skill itself and then further practice and application. So, pwede tayong magpagawa ng activity. Lapatan nyo ng music itong certain steps na to or gumawa kayo ng sarili nyong choreography. Okay, pwede yan. Use questioning to explore the student's understanding of the skill. Okay, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng mga recitations o naintindihan nyo ba itong itinuro ko na to or pwedeng specific question regarding dun sa tinurong skills. So, okay, paano to gawin? Okay, so yan. Structure practice sessions that progressively focus on greater refinement of skills. So, pwede dyan, bawat meeting or session, pwede ka magbigay ng activities regarding dun sa skills na tinuturo mo. Compare the new skill with similar skills with which the students may be familiar. So, katulad nung binabanggit ko palagi na pwede natin siyang i-relate into a real life situation. So, dito nga, pwede mong i-compare yung tinuturong skills sa'yo dun sa mga similar skills o sa meron na talaga na skills. So, halimbawa, sa sports, ang tinuturo mo ay valuable, ano yung possible na skills na katulad nito na nagse-strike or naghi-hit ng bola. So, puwede natin sabihin na, sa tennis or sa lawn tennis or table tennis siyempre naghi-hit tayo ng bola, okey? So, possible na familiar yung bata, okey? So, yung last naman natin is to demonstrate and provide feedback to the students about their performance of a skill. Ito ito yung pinakaimportanteng part, 'di ba? Sabi nga natin, kapag sa mga motor learning yung, we need to provide feedback for the student to develop a certain skill na medyo mahina sila or, saan sila nagiging successful halimbawa dun sa part na yon. So dito, at least, mai-inform natin yung bata na, ay kailangan kong baguhin 'tong ano na 'to, yung ugali na 'to or kailangan kong baguhin yung skill na 'to para mas develop pa or mas maging maganda yung outcome. Okay, so kaya kailangan natin nagbibigay tayo ng feedback. So halimbawa, tama yung ginawa niya, siyempre magbibigay pa rin tayo ng feedback in a positive and a negative feedback puwede 'yan. Okay, so at least ma-motivate natin yung bata na ma-encourage natin or ma-engage pa sa, physical activities. Okay, so eto yung general objectives natin sa movement education, of course. So nandiyan success, activities for all, contribution by all. Sa success, everyone has the chance to succeed at his or her own rate so as to experience success. So pwede natin yan, paano natin tutulungan yung sarili natin para maging successful tayo in the future. Activity for all, everyone should be working purposely throughout the lesson, thus preventing waiting children and line standing. So ano yung mga activities na pwede nating ipagawa sa kanila na hindi sila maboboring or hindi sila maghihintay sa'yo or ano yung mga activity na puwedeng gawin ng lahat, okay? Kahit pa yan ay person with disability. So dapat i-ano natin, dapat included sila sa activities natin na ginagawa. Number three is contribution by all. Everyone has a chance to contribute through inventiveness, use of imagination, initiative, and lively ideas. Halimbawa, sa sayaw, yun yung topic. Ano gagawin natin ay by group. So siyempre kailangan ng bawat isa mag-contribute ng mga steps para mabuo yung choreography na yon. Anong gagamitin mo? Siyempre imagination. So yung mga lively ideas kung halimbawa ang napiling music ay medyo lively, so kailangan lively din yung steps. At least nakakapag-contribute buong um, klase or yung buong grupo. Okay? So yun yung general objectives natin. So ito namang mga 'to, ito yung mga tasks that are presented so that the learners make the decision, okay, on their own. Okay, so halimbawa nakalagay diyan, if you feel, you are ready to try, try. When you are comfortable, you may. When you are ready, you may challenge yourself by what? Okay? So choose where you wish to begin your work. Who can? Can you? How can or what can? Okay, so diyaan pa lang, diyan sa mga statements na yan or diyaan pa lang sa binigay ko, so paano or makakatulong ito sa pagdesisyon natin. So yung movement education. Okay, so puwedeng ma-conquer natin halimbawa yung fear. Halimbawa takot na takot kang matamaan ng bola sa mukha, siyempre dito talagang mako-conquer mo yung fear mo. Okay, so sabi nga diyan, "When you are ready, you may challenge yourself." Okay, so 'yan yung ilan pa lamang ano. And siyempre meron tayong the teacher must remember. As a future educator, ito yung kailangan natin tandaan. To adapt the problem to the level of the learner. To move through activities in a simple to more complex progression. To have knowledge of developmental levels of student in class. So, kailangan may background ka dun sa mga students na tinuturuan mo. To expect individual expectation, so different from teacher's personal interpretation, and to be more creative or be flexible at all times. So, yun yung kailangan nating tandaan. So, kailangan nyo ring tandaan para na 'pag naging educator na rin kayo or physical education teacher na rin kayo. So, yan po. So, ayan yung ating mga references for your activity. So, ito yung activity 2 na. Okay, so magse-send po ako sa Google Classroom natin ng detailed po nito kung ano yung mga format natin na gagamitan. Ano? So, yung number 1 natin, why fundamental movement skills is important in physical education and sports. Issues on Filipino health lifestyle or yung healthy lifestyle. So, pwedeng mga awareness dito. Okay, so magsasend po ako sa inyo sa Google Classroom ng detailed po nito after this discussion po. Okay? So, yun lamang for today. So, sana may naintindihan kayo or sana may natutunan kayo sa ating discussion for today. So, thank you and God bless.